Welcome back to your pocket English lesson. Let's talk about real life. Imagine you are at the supermarket checkout. You hear the beep of the scanner, people are rustling bags, and suddenly, your child throws themselves on the floor screaming because they want a candy bar. Your face feels hot. You feel every pair of eyes staring at you, and you want to shout, "Stop!" But you know it won't work. And worse, you feel helpless because you don't know the calm, authoritative English words to fix this right now.
I remember this exact feeling with my nephew. I used to just freeze in that moment and sound like a broken robot saying, "No, no, no," while he screamed louder and louder.
In the next 10 minutes, you will learn the exact 3-step script to validate feelings, hold your boundary, and stop the tears without getting angry.
That sounds like magic, Elma. Honestly, the supermarket meltdown is the one thing I dread the most. It is not just the noise, it is the feeling that everyone is judging my parenting skills. When I get stressed, my English just disappears. I revert to very short, angry words because my brain cannot find the polite ones fast enough.
That is completely normal, Jack. When our stress levels go up, our language ability goes down. It's the fight or flight response. Your brain is focused on the emergency, not on grammar. That is why we need a script. A script is like a safety net. You don't have to think. You just have to remember the pattern.
I love the idea of a safety net. So what is the first mistake we usually make? I know I usually say, "Stop crying, everyone is looking."
That is the most common reaction, but it is actually the first mistake. When we say "stop crying" or "it is not a big deal," we are ignoring the child's reality. To them, not getting the candy is a tragedy. It feels huge. When we dismiss it, they scream louder to make us understand. So the first step in our script is called validation.
Validation. That sounds a bit like therapy. What does it look like in a busy supermarket aisle?
It is very simple. You have to name the emotion. You get down to their eye level and you say, "I see that you are sad," or "I see that you are mad."
Just that? I see that you are sad?
Exactly. The phrase, "I see you," is incredibly powerful. It tells the child, "I am not fighting you. I understand you." It immediately lowers the temperature of the situation. But you have to be careful with your vocabulary here. Jack, what is the difference between mad and angry in this context?
Good question. I think angry sounds a bit more aggressive, maybe, like an adult emotion. Mad feels a bit more childish, or maybe just more common in American English for these situations.
You are right. Mad is very common in family situations, especially in North American English. "I see you are mad." It's short and punchy. In British English, you might hear cross or upset. "I can see you are very upset." The key is the structure. I see plus emotion.
Okay, so I am kneeling on the floor, my nephew is screaming, and I say, "I see that you are mad." Does that actually stop the crying?
It usually creates a pause. The child is surprised that you are not shouting. They take a breath to listen, and that is when you move to step 2. Step 2 is the boundary.
This is the hard part. This is where I usually give in and buy the candy just to make the noise stop.
We have all been there. But buying the candy teaches them that screaming works. We need a boundary that is firm but calm. The pattern we use here is specific. We don't just say no. We say, "I hear you, but the answer is no." Or even better, we use the today technique.
The today technique, what is that?
You say, "We are not buying candy today."
Oh, I like that. We are not buying candy today. It sounds less personal. It is not me refusing you. It is just a rule for today.
Exactly. It removes you from the fight. It's just a fact. We are not buying chocolate today. We are not buying toys today. The grammar here is the present continuous. We are not buying, which sounds very final. It's a plan that is already made.
It sounds much better than saying you can't have it. You can't sounds like a challenge. We are not buying sounds like a situation we are both in together.
Precisely. And the tone is crucial here. Jack, try saying it. First, say it like you are pleading or begging the child to stop.
Okay, please, we are not buying candy today, okay?
Right. That sounds weak. The "okay" at the end asks for permission. Now say it like a calm captain of a ship. Low voice, slow speed.
We are not buying candy today.
Much better. Do you hear the difference? The pitch of your voice went down at the end. That signals authority. If your voice goes up, it signals a question. It is really hard to keep your voice low when your heart is racing, though.
It is. That is why you have to practice this at home when everyone is happy. Walk around your kitchen saying, "We are not buying candy today." It sounds silly, but you are building muscle memory for your mouth.
I will try that. My neighbors might think I am crazy talking to myself about candy, but if it helps me avoid a scene in public, it is worth it. By the way, if you are finding these tips helpful, make sure to subscribe to the Pocket English podcast. We are building a whole library of these life-saving phrases, and hitting that subscribe button ensures you never miss a lesson.
So we have step 1, validation. I see you are sad. We have step 2, the boundary. We are not buying that today. Now we need step 3, the distraction.
Right, because even if I say no calmly, the child is still focused on the candy. We need to change the channel in their brain.
Exactly. The child's brain is stuck in a loop. I want candy, I want candy. We need to break that loop with a question that requires them to look around. We need to activate their thinking brain.
What kind of question works? Do you want to go home? Usually makes them cry more.
Avoid yes-no questions about the future. Focus on the right now and use the environment. In a supermarket, you have thousands of objects. A great phrase is, "Can you help me?"
Can you help me? That gives them a job. I like that.
Can you help me hold the milk? Can you help me put the apples on the belt? Can you help me find the red bag?
I see. You are pivoting from enemy to teammate. You are inviting them to join you in a task.
Yes, and if they are too young to help, you can use a sensory question. Do you see the blue light? Do you hear that beep? Anything to make them look up and listen.
So the full script is validate, boundary, distraction. I see you are mad. We are not buying candy today. Can you help me hold the bread?
That is it. It sounds simple, but in the heat of the moment, having those 3 sentences ready is a lifesaver. Shall we try a role play?
Oh boy. Okay, I will be the child.
Yes, you are the child. We are in the line. You want that colorful chocolate bar right next to the register.
Okay, I am getting into character. Mommy, I want it. I want the chocolate. Please, I want it now.
Jack, I see that you are very mad. You really want that chocolate.
Yes, I want it. Buy it.
I hear you, but we are not buying chocolate today.
But why?
We are not buying chocolate today. But look, can you help me put these heavy bananas on the counter? They are very heavy.
The bananas?
Yes, right here. Can you lift them?
Okay, I will help. Wow, Emma, it is actually hard to keep screaming when someone asks you to lift bananas. You kind of have to stop to figure out what is happening.
That is the magic. The request for help switches the brain from emotional mode to action mode. You cannot scream and carefully place bananas at the same time.
And I noticed you repeated the boundary twice. You didn't change your words.
That is important. If you change your explanation, it's too expensive, it's bad for your teeth, we are eating dinner soon, you are inviting an argument. A smart kid will argue with every point. I will brush my teeth. I am not hungry for dinner.
That is so true. My nephew is a lawyer in training. If I give him a reason, he gives me a counter-argument.
Exactly. Do not give reasons. Just state the fact. We are not buying chocolate today. It is boring, it is repetitive, it gives them nothing to fight against.
The boring robot. That is a much better character than the angry robot.
Being a boring robot is a parenting superpower. It keeps you calm. And remember, the goal is not to stop the crying instantly. The goal is to stay calm yourself and show the child that you are in control. If they cry for 2 more minutes, that is okay. You have held your boundary in English.
That is a big shift in mindset. I always thought the goal was silence, but the goal is actually leadership.
Yes, and doing it in a second language is double the challenge. You should be proud of yourself just for trying this.
So let's recap the language patterns one more time for our listeners.
Number 1, validation. I see that you are emotion. Repeat that with me. I see that you are sad.
I see that you are sad.
Number 2, the boundary. We are not doing/buying thing today. Repeat. We are not buying toys today.
We are not buying toys today.
Number 3, the distraction. Can you help me? Verb. Repeat. Can you help me hold this?
Can you help me hold this?
Perfect. And remember the body language. Go down to their level, make eye contact, speak slower than you think you need to.
And breathe. Do not forget to breathe.
Definitely do not forget to breathe. Now, Jack, what if the child is screaming so loud they cannot hear you? That is the worst case scenario. What do we do then? If the volume is 10 out of 10, words might not work yet. In that case, you use touch, if your child likes touch, or simply wait. You can say, I am here. I will wait until you are ready.
I will wait until you are ready. That is a strong phrase too. It shows you are not intimidated by the noise.
Exactly. It says, your screaming does not scare me, and it does not change the answer.
I feel much more prepared for my next babysitting weekend. I might even take my nephew to the supermarket just to practice.
That is brave. But actually, that brings us to our challenge for this week.
What is the challenge?
For the next 24 hours, try to remove the word stop from your vocabulary with your kids. Instead of stop crying, try I see you are sad. Instead of stop running, try please walk.
That is a tough one. Stop is such a habit, but I can see how it changes the tone. Please walk tells them what to do. Stop running only tells them what not to do.
Exactly. It focuses on the solution, not the problem. Give it a try and see how the atmosphere in your house changes.
And if you master the supermarket tantrum, you might be ready for the next biggest challenge, the bedtime bottle.
Oh, yes. Getting them to sleep is a whole other negotiation. But don't worry, we have a specific set of patterns for that coming very soon.
I need that one. My just 5 more minutes negotiations usually lost an hour.
We will fix that. Thank you for listening to Pocket English today. Remember, every stressful moment is just another chance to practice.
You have got this. See you in the next episode.